What's up, Victor Brand here from Napster Films Kenya, and today guys I'm going to show you how to do the BBC watermark. So I'm going to show you how it looks like. So a lot of you guys have been interested in the video that I did about the BBC News sticker, but I'm going to say I'm really sorry about the background music being loud. So I've quite improved my videos, so there's a lot of things that I've been doing, like audio ducking. So this one actually guys is about the watermark, so let's just get right onto it and I will show you how to make the watermark. What's up people, Victor Brand here from Napster Films. Right guys, we're inside Davinci Resolve. This is what we have. So we're going to be creating this. You see, this is not really hard to create, so I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to go straight into it. First of all, you need to just come up here to the effects library, and then you go to effects and go to the fusion composition and drag a fusion composition in here. So I'm going to go under the fusion tab, and right away inside fusion, first of all I'm going to bring a background node in here, and I'm going to activate it to VO1. So I'm going to change the color to white, and I'm going to click the rectangle node so that I can set the size of the background node. So let's say that size. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change the, let me just bring it like so that it seems like whitish grayish. So I'm going to highlight all this, and I'm going to Control C for Charlie, click away, Control V to paste these. I'm going to copy paste them again. So we have three nodes here, as in 3 rectangles and 3 background nodes. So I'm going to connect them together using the merge node. So I'm going to pipe in this here like so, and I'm going to bring another merge node, and I'm going to pipe this in here and just extend this to the media out. So what we're going to do, these rectangles, they just stack up together, so we're going to separate them. So first of all, I'm going to keep the first rectangle in its position. To be more precise, because you want to move to the x-axis, I'm going to use the x center. So I'm going to move the x center like so that they align, so that you don't lose and the y position does not change. So I'm going to let it a little more space, and then I'm going to go under the rectangle 3, which actually is this one, and I'm going to move it under the x center. So I'm going to move it to the right like so, and there we have our 3 background nodes that BBC use. Now right away guys, I'm going to bring a text node in here like so. And I'm going to bring another merge node, which I'm going to disconnect this. And I'm going to connect this in here. So in our text, I'm going to click the text node. I'm going to say BBC. So it's a little bit small, and I'm going to change the font to the color to black, so we can see it in here. So I'm going to increase the tracking. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I just wrote BBB instead of BBC. Let me just change this to C. So I'm going to increase the tracking again, like so. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the size of this space that is in here. It seems so big. So under the X center, I'm going to reduce like so. And this one also, I'm going to reduce this. So when I come back to the text, I'm going to reduce the tracking. Like that. That is the right area that I want it to be. So I'm going to turn on my video here so that I see the reference, so that I have a reference of how it looks. So we see the opacity is a little bit low, and as you can see in here, the BBC words are just transparent. I'm going to click here, this merge 3, to add another transform node so that I can move this to the whole thing to this corner. So I'm bring another transform here, and right away I'm going to just position this like so. And I'm also going to reduce the size. So I can't really see easily what I'm doing here, so I'm going to open my media pool, and I'm going to bring this clip in here. So I'm going to disconnect this, add a merge node in here. So this should be our background, and then this should be our foreground, and then just pipe it into the media out. So let me just close the media pool so that we can see what we are working on. So I'm going to select the text, and I'm going to reduce the opacity like so. To reduce the opacity of the text, I'm going to disconnect this and delete. I'm going to delete the clip that we had in here, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. Before we go to the edit tab, I'm going to remove this merge node in here, and I'm going to pipe this clip in here. That was for reference. So we're going to go back to the edit tab, and we see we have our clip above here, but it looks big. So we're going to go back to the Fusion tab, and I'm going to reduce the size of this BBC. We're going to go back to the edit tab, go back to the Fusion tab, and just drag this to this point. And right away guys, we are almost done. So what we need to do is just wait for this clip to load. And since we have this composition in here, if you reference this one that looks, if you reference the one that BBC made, we can really see this thing it has a low opacity. The background and the rectangles they have a low opacity. So let's just go back to the what you have created. So right away guys, I'm going to go under the media pool. I just moved the clip from video track 1 to video track 2 by dragging like so. So when I bring my clip in here, I'm going to unlink this. Do delete the audio because I don't need the audio. Let me just close the media pool for a second. So what I did here, I moved the fusion composition to video track 2 because I want to reduce the opacity of the boxes, so, and the opacity of the whole thing. So what I just did, it's like an overlay. I made this fusion composition to be like an overlay so that I can control it separately from the drone footage here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the opacity of the fusion composition. So when I reduce the opacity, you can see, and then just have to reference the one that BBC have. So I'm going to reduce this window, or yes, you can see the reference. So I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit more, like 49.50%. Let me just put it there. So we can clearly see they look alike. Ours is just bigger. So I'm going to go back to the Fusion tab, and remember this transform node that we placed in here. So I'm going to just reduce the size like so, and go back to the, and sorry guys, I just forgot to change the position. So I'm going to go to the end here, place it to the end, go back to the edit tab, and boom, that's what we have. We've already created our, so when I play this, let me just give it a second to load. When I play this will be just the same thing that we were watching from BBC. This is how it's easy to create this thing. And let's just play it. It's just there. Let me just make the clip full screen. You see, it's just there. So that's how you make it, guys. That is how you create the BBC watermark-esque. So I hope this tutorial will help you. Maybe you're wondering how they created it. So this is how they create it inside Davinci Resolve. I hope I'm helping you, and please, if you feel that you like my videos, just give me a like, and also comment in there where you need me to correct stuff, because I'm also learning how to make tutorials. I'm not a pro, and I'm also learning with you guys. So comment in my videos and tell me what I should change, what you feel I should be creating, and also subscribe to my channel, guys. And that's it for today, and that's it for this week. And if you have any questions, guys, you can just DM me, you can email me, you can also comment below these videos, and I will just reply and I will see them. So that's it for this week, guys, and see you next time.